to today's reading. So everything's a little bit wonky. We have 3 beautiful cards today. We have number 1, beautiful lion, cellular upgrade with an orange stone. Then there's number 2, beautiful rainbow, and it's waves of inspiration. A beautiful lion. And then card number 3, dimensional shift with a rainbow opal stone. So these are your cards, these are your stones. You can go by picking it by the stone or by the image of the card. Sorry about the glare. Unfortunately, the overhead lights here keep giving glare, and anywhere I go, it keeps doing it. I can't get away from it, so I'm so sorry. So I'll just give you another quick look over. So that's the card. So pick your reading. And without further ado, if you need more time, please feel free to pause it before carrying on. Let's get started with your reading. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Applebee's Tarot and Spiritual Life. It has been quite a weekend here in the UK. We've had Storm Dara beating at our doors with ferocious wind. Well, it's ferocious for us anyway. We are not like you in the US and Canada who are so used to vicious weather. And it's like, oh, it's hardly a breeze. And look at everybody in the UK going, ah! But for us it is. It's quite a stressful thing because we're not used to it. Anyway, I digress. How are you all today, my darlings? I hope you're having a wonderful day. And thank you for joining me today for your pick a card reading. You picked the orange stone and number 8, this beautiful card, cellular upgrade, from my Lyran brothers and sisters. And it's listen, step back and learn from your surroundings. Now, number 8 signifies overcoming obstacles, easing restrictions. And when I was receiving the cards for this reading from Spirit, and it was just bang, 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 it was just a listing of obstacles, funnily enough. So, shall we get into it? We'll start with number 8, and I'll read you the meaning of the card you picked. Cellular upgrade. As humans continue to explore the depths of their genetics and DNA strands, a story will soon begin to reveal your awareness that you and your fellow species have been designed with galactic genetics. This information may shock many since there is so much false programming in your educational system, but rests as a foundational truth of who you truly are. In particular, your genetics are coded with a light frequency that begins to activate when the human vibrates at a specific frequency. This rapid vibration bursts through trauma and slave programming, allowing for the full potential of your DNA to be revealed that simultaneously unveils your greater star origins. You have now arrived at this junction, and with this opening arrives rivers of new information to reveal the whom you really are. You will soon discover that you are built of intergalactic DNA, seeded through the star councils and sent into this Earth school to become the living embodiment of a race where multiple star races live together in co-creative harmony. This is why your Earth school is so intentionally diverse, especially from the human level, for your species was seeded with many galactic races, to understand how different races can coexist together in harmony. This can serve for a bumpy ride, as many of you have experienced, but the potential from this journey is universal peace, ushering in a time of intergalactic oneness throughout all of the universe. So, through this, know how powerful you truly are. Know how powerful your life truly is, dear one. Each interaction you have with another human can serve as you meeting another galactic species. These encounters upload information into the alive field for how specific races interact with one another and teach future intergalactic societies how to coexist. As the cosmos is never separate from Mother Earth, so too have you always been intergalactic in nature, which is true. And I have always said, if you want to see an alien, look in the mirror, honey, because you are a walking, talking, intergalactic being. We are not alone in the universe. We never have been. And the multitude of life on this planet should go to prove that. And I know that we have been desperately searching for that life. It's there to be found, but we have yet to vibrate at the right frequency in which to perceive it, which is what is being spoken about in your card reading. And you're like, vibrate? What? That sounds really weird. Well, think of it in terms of emotion. When we exude laughter, joy, passion, when we're really locked in with our heart and we are really enjoying the process of creating something, process of doing something that really jazzes our java, that's a high vibrational energy right there. So you're already moving towards vibrating at that frequency where you will enact a certain level of beingness. But then if you actually then move that beyond that point into reaching towards the stars with a high vibrational frequency, you start to engage those parts of yourself that up until that point lay dormant. Why? Because you haven't explored it yet. It's just waiting to be found, waiting to be activated, waiting to be explored. And we are at the pinnacle of that activation. We're at the pinnacle of starting to explore beyond that which we already have, because we've done it all already. I mean, how many times in history repeated itself? We have now gone beyond that point. We went past that point in 2012. We went past that point in 2019. We are now moving into intergalactic reality of not being alone. And those images that you're seeing of craft landing, that's going to get more frequent across the rail because we are now being brought into that level of vibrational frequency. They are easing us into first contact. I, as a Lyran starseed, I'm here to say there's nothing to be afraid of. We as star beings have been reincarnating lifetime to lifetime on different planets and different star systems for millennia. And yes, as with all life, there are ones that are more advanced and ones not so. But we, as it says in this book, are related to many races, and these races hold us dear in their heart, for they are vibrating in the sphere of unity love. They've already reached that zenith of a society that does no harm and only promotes loving creation and good. And they have protected us. They have been watching over us and keeping us safe and making sure that the races that could harm us do not, and will continue to do so until we reach our maturity and can join them in the intergalactic community. And that day is coming. Pay close attention to your governments now, my darlings. Pay close attention to the UFO summit that's going on in America. Pay close attention to the STAR initiative that's going on with getting Army into space. Pay close attention to all of these government programs and the disclosure. It's happening now for a very good reason. It's happening now because we are now being introduced to our brothers and sisters in the stars. They're going to be coming here and they're going to be helping us. And it's going to be a slow introduction and a slow progress into a more acceptable intergalactic unity community through communication and unification. I am very excited about this phase. I feel like I've been waiting my entire life for it to happen. I don't think it's any secret. To me personally, seeing as I was activated as a starseed very recently, I was given my star family and my star family's history, and there is much beauty and richness. There are multiple dimensions, multiple peoples, multiple scenarios going on right now in this moment. And this one is the one that you're watching, this little scenario here, me and you having this time together. And I'm so grateful to have your company. And I'm sure that if you are watching this, you already have an inkling that you're not alone. You already have an inkling that your life is more rich than even you have come to understand to this point. Maybe you're a starseed, a light worker. You're on the path. So, these encounters upload information to the alive field for how specific races interact with one another and teach future intergalactic societies how to coexist. As the cosmos is never separate from Mother Earth, so too have you always been intergalactic nature. As I was just, I just wanted to repeat that bit because it is true. It is the truth. If you want to see an intergalactic species, look in the mirror. We have many races' DNA in us. We are the missing link. They are the missing link. Begin to activate this universal awareness by finding common ground with individuals in your life. And this is what I've been trying to say to people. I was actually leaving a message on a page today saying about how we are not us and them. There are no borders or boundaries. There is only us. When you actually start separating yourself, you start to create limitations on where we can go as a species. You start to limit your mind. You start to create fear-based boundaries against your own people. It's irrational to do that. What is rational is to break down those boundaries through love and understanding and reaching out and respecting individuality whilst acknowledging the oneness and unity of an entire race, which we are. Our Earth is a living, breathing consciousness. We are her children in terms of she looks after us, she houses us, she gives us sustenance, air to breathe. She helped to create us. So therefore, we are one living, breathing entity and unified consciousness on this earth of all beings. The plants, the animals, the planet, and us. We are the stewards of a great jewel in our solar system, and indeed the universe. Gaia is sheer beauty, and I, as a member of the human race, so desire every single member of my brethren on this earth to acknowledge that and to start working together to find new ways of being with each other and with Gaia, so that there will be an intergalactic tomorrow, so that there will be peace and unity on our planet. It is not a pipe dream. It is not an impossibility. And it starts with each and every one of you who are watching this, to make those executive decisions within your own heart, to drop your fear and to start reaching out to each other and to start seeing beyond the illusions of this world. Money made up, borders made up, identities are even made up. We create our identity. We can change ourselves anytime we like. We're creators. That is your freedom, that is your power. And so I ask every one of my brothers and sisters, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Why are you hiding? What are you hiding from? You have this beautiful world to treasure. You have this beautiful world to create. Go create it. Create peace, create love, create unity, create a prosperous tomorrow. Stop hiding behind division, fear, duplicitousness. We do not need to be duplicitous to those who seek to ruin us, like our governments, who talk in tongue-tied half-truths and lies. They do not wish for you to succeed. And you do not wish for you to succeed every time you put the power outside of yourself to make a better tomorrow. And, you are so loved, so cherished by the whole of creation. And it's about time you allowed yourself that freedom and that privilege and that love and that self-respect for you that has been missing. So begin to activate this universal awareness by finding common ground with individuals in life, rather than imposing your views on others. Make today one of listening, sitting back and seeking to learn from individuals in your surroundings. This openness takes us away from reaction and guides us into compassion, which is a great unifier of all that is. Knowing there are times to defend your point of view strongly, and then there are times to listen. You will find great wisdom by sitting back and listening at this time. Allow the masters in disguise to speak, for they are everywhere. And I know this is going to, you might scoff at this, but I say this to everyone. You are a walking master, like Jesus Christ, like Buddha. You are all masters. But you have chosen at this time to come here in a world of self-discovery, to walk your own path towards enlightenment and discovery within the roles that you have picked in this world. Each one is different. Each life is different. Do not get comparisonitis. Do not think, I have to go and be like Jesus or Buddha, because you don't. Everybody is different. Even Jesus and Buddha walk different paths. We all do. But we are all source. And that is what I'm trying to get at here, is that we are all part of God. We all have God's love within us. And each moment in each day is an opportunity to breathe that love into the world. And that love starts with self-love. For You cannot love others perfectly unless you do yourself. And so it's about, for you, card ones, giving yourself that service of self-love, service of doing and following your passions. Don't trundle along unhappily thinking the drudgery of life is all you have to live for. If you're not following your passion, you're not walking your path. Find your passion and have the courage to walk your path. Now I'm just going to go through and we are going to I'm just going to skim through these, okay, because I don't want to spend loads of time today on the cards like I usually do, because we haven't got all day. The first one, and these are all examples. Now, as I always say in my readings, these cards are all going to be situations that might pertain to somebody watching this, okay? And if they do, just take note. Don't hold on to it with a vice grip thinking, oh, I am at fault, I need to do something, oh, you know, don't hold on to the negativity is what I'm saying, because this is a positive reading. But I'm just going to read them off as a matter-of-fact thing that can happen in life. First one, the inversion of the Seven of Cups. It reminds you to awaken playfulness, joy, and curiosity, and this moment is the dividing line from fantasy to reality. What was I just saying about following your passion? Joy, curiosity, playfulness for life. We need to nurture those things. It raises our vibration, it awakens our DNA, it awakens our joie de vivre, it opens doorways, it opens paths for us to walk down. The moon inversion indicates that low tide is over, the moon is calm and the darkness is passing. Come to your senses to see the truth and get out of the lie. So if this is you, what are you waiting for? See the truth, get out of the lie, move on in truth and love and non-judgment. Do not hold yourself back with judgments about yourself or other people. Forgiveness is a wonderful thing to do, for it salves and alleviates. It does not negate responsibility, but it acknowledges responsibility and then allows for release of that because you've acknowledged it. Through true repentance comes true forgiveness. That's what Yeshua was talking about. If you truly repent, forgiveness is going to be forthcoming, and therefore you can release it and allow yourself to walk free on this plane of existence. Remember what I said about sin? Sin is merely mistake. In Aramaic, you do not have to hold on to it like it is something that you will be whipped repeatedly for. Do not do that to yourself or other people. Allow for acceptance and release. The way of the fairy, the Six of Swords, symbolizes overcoming immediate difficulties, adopting a scientific method to sift facts from superstition and turn facts into theories. Maybe one needs to have a little bit of sound reasoning, but when you've had your sound reasoning, use your heart to pick the right path after you've reasoned things out. Don't allow the ego to start leaning you astray from where you really want to go. Follow your heart always and let your gut lead you. When if you get this in your gut, pay attention. Ace of Pentacles. This usually means that money, property will increase and also indicates that things are firmly rooted in the future is bright. See? So, although you may feel like the future's not bright for you, it is going to be, because you're going to allow for healthy acceptance, repentance, and release. And you're going to start following your passion. When you follow your passion, you follow your true path, and the doors open up naturally because that's the path you plan to walk. The sun represents vitality, enthusiasm, and energy with bright vision to help of the noble people. So it's a really good reading. You know, you're on the right path, but don't let your negativity or your lack of vision holds you back. Start really allowing yourself to create your vision, the best vision for your future that you wish to see, and then allow it to become reality. No one need hold you back. Nothing can hold you back. If you truly wish to forge a path as a creator, you can. And everything on that path is a lesson, and you will find that where you end up, not necessarily where you started. Worked for me. It was a long road to get to where I am today, recording these videos, and I didn't even envision doing this. I had no interest in being a YouTuber. I used to just like watching YouTube, and now here I am. You follow your intuition, and it'll take you to new heights and new places and things you didn't even think you were going to be doing. Maybe you picked this card last time. Alignment. Number 14. I will put up here, editing Amy, please place the meaning here. Yes, the alignment card. When you actually start following your passion, everything comes into alignment. Body, mind, spirit. Why? Because you are following your passion and you are looking after yourself. Why? Because you are exhibiting self-love. Self-love is the basis and foundation for a happy life. And then you get to surround yourself with people who see you and love you and respect you for you. And there's no masks, there's no need for any kind of hostilities or negativities to occur, because you see things differently and can allow for forgiveness and allow for latitude more openly. Why? Because you have done that with yourself. Things change when you change. Things change when you change. The Song Queen, transformation, intuition, and yes, spirit guides want to add, please have patience. When you're on this path, have the patience of a saint with yourself and with other people and with the manifestation of your dream. Because manifesting in this reality takes time. It's a delayed, physical reality in terms of it coming into being, because you have to, what you do at first is you're sowing the seeds and then you're watering the seeds, and for a while when you're doing that you don't see anything, do you? The seeds are in the ground germinating, but you don't see anything above ground. But eventually you'll see a tiny little seedling pop out, and then you have to nurture and feed it and watch it grow, and it takes time. So in this reality, what we want to see straight away, because we want immediate satisfaction, does not happen. It just doesn't. It takes time, and it takes effort, and it takes intention and constant energy input. But it will happen, because the universe, as I always say on my channel, is an echo chamber of what you give it, it will bring back to you. So if you're negative, you'll get negative things happen. If you're positive, you'll have positive things happen. If you put in effort and keep saying, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, and the universe will go, this is yours, this is yours, this is yours, because you're telling the universe what you want, and the universe is designed to give it to you. But it takes time for that energy to build and to manifest. Right, now the angels and the archangels have quite a lot to say, so I'm going to get through these as quickly as I can. First one, they're saying it's time to release, and it is. This month, oh my goodness, it has been an amazing, loving energy has come in, because it's the Christ mind consciousness energy. We've got Christmas coming up for celebrating Christ's birth. But as well as that, we're also having, through the energies in the universe at the moment, a great releasing of stuck old energy. I've had some really strange experiences. I'm not going to tell you what they are today because it's that time. But it really is about releasing negativity from your life. And those things are going to come up and smack you in the face. And you'll be like, why am I feeling grief, despair, sadness, hurt, pain, sorrow, anger, fear? I don't feel those things at the moment, and yet here they are coming up in my mind, like I'm having memories of it, I'm having dreams about it. It's because you're being encouraged now to release these things, let them go. So Archangel Michael is saying, release. Work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. By releasing the old, you make way for the new. You take out the old energy, which allows space for new energy to come into your life. And they say, if you start getting nervous and you think, what am I doing? I'm suddenly feeling fearful and worried because I'm letting all this go that I've worked so hard for, and now I suddenly want to do something else. And what if it doesn't work out, and then I've got no job and I've got this and I've got that? They're saying, if you get nervous, focus on service. Focus on the service that you're doing for yourself in improving your life, following your dreams. Focus on the service that you'll be bringing into the world for others, because usually when we sort of change our roles and change our lives, we will end up serving people in a passionate way that comes from our heart space, because it's what we want to do. If it's an artist, we sell our art and people will love it and enjoy it. And if we're a poet, we start writing our poetry and putting it out to books so people will gain loving gratitude from reading it. Anything we want to do in life, we can do, but we must give ourselves that courage and that confidence, self-confidence that we have it in us to be what we want to be. And then we have to have that perseverance to go ahead with our dreams. And this is where they're saying, let go of the old stuck energies. Have courage, have faith in yourself. You can do this. You are a child of God. You have everything within you to make anything you wish to become a reality. So if you get nervous as you're going through this change, focus on the service of what you're going to be doing for yourself and others, bringing your passion into the world. They're also saying for you, card ones, and this is not me, okay? This is not me. And no, I was never a guide, but I swear down, this was not me. I'm vegan, but they're saying that you, pile ones, would really benefit your diet from being a vegetarian / vegan. I believe veganism is the highest vibration because I call it the loving path. It's just because it respects Gaia and all of her needs, and it respects the living animals on this planet. God created vegetables for us to eat, and the plants agreed to allow that consciousness to be put into them providing a service. We crap out the seeds, right? It's a mutual respecto. We give them life when we grow them. It's a mutual respecting, loving way of being. You are not taking a soul off this planet. You are literally living a loving path. I, hopefully, one day will not need to eat plants because I don't even like the idea of eating plants. But unfortunately, at the moment, with this body, I'd starve to death. So I'm just taking the most loving path I can until I am part of the intergalactic community and my body is a crystalline energy that does not need to eat. And I can then feed off of God's loving energy and not need to eat at all. And I'll be happy then. But for now, the loving path is the one for you. Pile number ones. According to the angels, they're saying, please consider vegetarianism or veganism because it will raise your vibration and allow your body to feel more healthy and your soul to feel freer. So it might be that you are starseeds because starseeds would choose that path. My one did anyway. My soul was like, I want to be vegan. You just, you know when it's the right thing, because you suddenly feel a weight lift off of you when you choose the path that's the right one. I did. Right, final words from the archangels, and we are finished. What a lovely reading. I love this reading. It is so positive. Really is. Communication. The angels remind you that being spiritual is about being genuine and honest. When you speak truth from the heart, others feel the resonance of truth and trust you. Talk positively. Focus on the good in life, and you will feel happier and happier. Communication is a two-way process. Listen with interest and respond openly. Do you remember what they were saying earlier about stop talking so much and thinking you're right and start listening to others? It's difficult, and at first you do feel like, I want to speak, but just hold back, because that's your ego. Your heart listens lovingly. Once you start listening, I mean, now I love talking to people and just sitting and listening to what they have to say. I am so into just learning about other people. Why? Because they're so interesting and they're all different to me, and I respect everyone's opinion. I might not agree with it, but everybody has their own life and have walked their own path. And so they are going to have a unique take on the world, and you can learn from that. Truly learn. Because every person you meet is a teacher, and everyone has something to teach you. So communication is a two-way process. So listen with interest and respond openly. This will improve all relationships. Communicate constantly with Source using prayer, which is asking, and meditation, which is listening. I have been struggling with meditation for a long time. I realized yesterday that I have a stuck bit of grief energy in my emotional field because I'm on medication that stops me from feeling. So I can't sit and listen. I just fidget at the moment, and I hadn't put the two together until yesterday, what was the problem that I have. I'm coming off of my medication that treats my pain, that treats my diseases. Why? Because they're hurting me. They are doing more harm to me as a psychic medium than good. I need to process my emotions. I need to process my grief from losing my mother, from losing my two cats. It's so thick and deep and dark, and it's literally surrounding me like a cocoon and shielding me from my true connection to spirit. So I must release all that is stuck and get off all this medication so that I can truly feel, and my heart can feel and open up, and I can grieve and let it go. Do you see how things work? Always keep channels of communication open. Be a bridge to others' hearts and minds. Sometimes being there for other people is listening, and sometimes it's giving them that loving kindness and support, and then they never see you again. But you were there at that moment when they needed you. And I have, over the years, wondered about the people I've spoken to and wished them well and hoped that they did work out in the end. And I think it's nice to be able to do that for others. Ask your angel to step into your aura and communicate in a higher way through you. Affirmation: I communicate clearly and honestly. I do ask for, how do I put this? Help! It really does actually work if you ask your angels to step in your aura and communicate highly through you, because sometimes they know just what to say and you're stuck for words. And it can be really awkward. I mean, I've been in situations where I'm like, oh, this is awkward, I don't know what to do or say. But the angels do. In those moments, rely on your spiritual team. We all have one. Speaking of which, archangels saying light. Light illuminates darkness and gloom, bringing hope and inspiration. Ask the angels to fill you with more light, for it contains spiritual information and knowledge. These are keys to the universe and bring love and peace, as well as unlocking the wisdom within you. As your light becomes stronger and clearer, you will find clarity and purpose. You will radiate brightly and become a beacon, reminding others of the divine help available. Angel wisdom suggests that you ask the angels to ignite and strengthen the divine flame within you. I am a light. Now, they're also saying to you, acknowledgement. Look after yourself by acknowledging your desires and needs and taking steps to meet them. Examine and note your gifts, talents, and achievements. When you accept all aspects of yourself, you feel centered and confident. Then you can genuinely acknowledge others, become aware of and nurture the good qualities of the people in your life so that they feel relaxed and happy in your presence. Angel wisdom reminds you to recognize who you truly are, an evolved spirit in a human body. When you acknowledge your spiritual dimensions, you will align with your true self and your spirit will soar. Affirmation: I acknowledge who I truly am. And finally, they're saying aspiration. It is time for you to set your sights higher, which is what this is all about, wasn't it, really? Following your passion. If you are settling for the mediocre, aim for the superb. Stretch yourself to fulfill all your potential and hold mighty visions. Find the wisdom within you which enables you to aspire to the great and the glorious. Then expand your comfort zones so that you can explore your dreams. The angels guide you never to settle for less than your incredible human spirit can achieve or deserve. Ask for help from the angels and they will guide and inspire you to raise your consciousness and live at a higher level. Let your spirit soar and aim for the divine. Affirmation: I aspire to the great and the glorious. This was an awesome reading, and I'm so grateful to be able to provide that for you. I hope you've enjoyed this reading today. If you have, please leave me a thumbs up in the comment section. Maybe leave me a little comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thumbs ups are really what this channel needs, as well as subscribers. So if you'd like to stick around, please do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell. It is free to do so, and I will be uploading every week. And I do a energy reading every day, just one card, which sets the energy for humanity for the day. I will catch you in my next video. So this has been you card number ones. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.